Since I just went to this concert, all of these concert-related thoughts are in my brain right now. And one of the things that I noticed, not only at this recent concert that I was at, but also with a lot of these concerts that I go to, is that when some of these artists play songs that you know and love, they play them very differently. They sing them very differently. They perform them very differently from the way that you knew the song, you know? So it's not exactly the same song that you knew and loved. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's a little frustrating for me, to be honest with you. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I like seeing artists perform music live and in person, because usually you get a different feel. You get not only that same song that you know and love, you know, that you listen to on your phone or your iPod or your CD or whatever. You know, you not only get that song, but you might get a little bit of extra. You know, they may extend certain sections, or they may add something different, or do something creative with it, you know what I mean, and kind of make it different for a live audience, which I get, which I appreciate, which I love actually. But man, there's nothing more frustrating than trying to get into a song that let's just take a singer, for example, that the singer is singing so differently that it's like it's not the same song anymore, you know? It really isn't. It's so different that it's like, oh my gosh. And so I also don't know what it's like to have to play the same song again and again and again, year after year, decade after decade, potentially, you know? I mean, maybe it's just like after so long, you're just like, look, man, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. I mean, maybe they're just so drained from that song that they just don't want to do it in the exact same way that they recorded it anymore. Which I guess, you know, I'm respectful to a point, to be honest with you, because it is the artist's song. They can do whatever the hell they want to with the song, right? It's their choice. But on the flip side, you have all of these fans who are coming there because they connected with a particular song, you know, with a particular jam that you had, man, and the way that you delivered it and the way that you sang it. You know, that's why I always love Prince, to be honest with you. Prince would sing the songs that you knew and loved, would do it a little bit different, would add a little bit of a live flavor to it, so it was different, but it was the same enough that you knew what was coming up when the chorus was, and he was singing it in a way that you recognize. You're like, yes, that's how you sing that. That's how you sing Purple Rain. You know what I mean? I just always respected that about Prince, man, and man, I miss him. I had the opportunity to see him in concert a couple times, and I always respected that about him. And I'm not going to name any of the others, but there are a number of others who've been around for decades as well, like Prince, and I feel like they've butchered the songs. You know, they've butchered some of these songs that you've come to know and love and you really connected with. And I don't know, man. I just think if I were an artist, I would want to, who knows, I'm speaking out of turn here, because I don't know. I'm not an artist. I don't know what it's like. I mean, maybe I would be doing the exact same thing. But it feels awkward to me. You know, it just feels weird to me to have to listen to a song that's done so differently from the way that I originally connected with the song. So I don't know. Like I said, maybe if I was in their shoes, I'd feel something different. But I would think that I would want to do something that the fans would connect with, you know, because the fans made me. The fans created me. Like, I would be nothing without the fans, you know? I just, I don't know, man. I get a little frustrated, to say the least, with those types of things. Here's another example. Years ago, this is back in the 90s, they had a touring company of Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ Superstar is this rock opera, you know, back in the 70s. And I love it. I love Jesus Christ Superstar, man. I think it's just this awesome production. And they had a couple of the main performers who were in the movie version of Jesus Christ Superstar. Ted Neely, who played Jesus, and Carl Anderson, who played Judas. They got them to go on tour like 20 years later after the original movie of Jesus Christ Superstar came out. Anyway, I actually went to go see it when they came through Denver, and one of the things that they mentioned, I heard them on the radio. They had an interview on the radio, and they were talking to both Ted Neely and to Carl Anderson. And one of the things that they mentioned there was, we want to sing the songs the way that the fans know the songs. We don't want to go off and do things differently. We want to do it because that's what people know and love. And they came to connect with that. So we want to do it in that exact same way. You know, and sure, there was some little slight differences here and there, which, again, I appreciate. I like that. But they did it because the fans connected with the song in a certain way. And that's what they came for. They wanted to go to the show to hear that song and to get that same feeling and to praise that artist for singing it, man, and performing it. But anyway, I always remembered that, and I always appreciated that about those two artists and the way that they handled that touring version of Jesus Christ Superstar. Anyway, just some thoughts about going off. What's that called? Extemporaneous singing, whatever you want to call it. I don't like it, man. I mean, I prefer just sing it like how the song was recorded, or close to it. You know. Anyway, with that, my friends, my people, stay rooted 90 degrees to the earth. One love.